Hi, Bob. Here's a video for you for your mat and light weights, and we'll get started. So I'm going to set the timer for roughly 30 minutes or 30-minute workout. So always keeping a very straight spine for yourself, like we've been working in our sessions. And I'm going to start to time it so I don't go too far over, so you can have a 30-minute block. So starting on your back, knees are bent, feet are flat, and go into your pelvic curl, gentle pelvic curl, leaving the imprint of the lower back into the mat, and then release. And gentle curl and release, spreading the toes out nice and wide, opening up the lower back, connecting with the breath, inhaling to go neutral, exhaling to curl. And you have two more. And then last one, going back to your neutral pelvis, lift and lower your heels. Heels are going to lift and lower, trying to keep the weight even in all 10 toes, spreading the toes out nice and wide. And you have four more, keeping the length of the spine for 3, 2, last one. Dig the heels in, flex your feet and lower and flex and lower. Keeping the neutral pelvis, keeping the shoulders wide. Back of the neck is nice and long, chin is soft, and then tap your toes and tap and tap and tap and tap for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping the feet flat on the floor, finding your big toes, pinky toes, center of the heels. Palms facing in, inhale, float the arms up to about 45 degrees, and exhale to lower. Inhale, floating the arms up, feel the shoulders connecting into the mat, and lower. 2 more times, inhaling to float up, exhaling to lower. 1 more time, inhale up, and exhale to lower. Take hold of your waist. Same thing. Palms facing in, opening up the collarbones. Inhale, float the arms up, and exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, knitting the front of the ribs. Back of the ribs are heavy. So you want to keep it up this long diagonal as opposed to going straight up or over the head, just protecting the spine. This will help keep that connection. I can feel that right from my upper abs to lower abs to the pelvic floor. For 2 more. And last one, lower the arms all the way down, pressing the weights into the floor, opening up the collarbone, softening the front of the ribs, and take your march. Right leg, and then left leg. As one leg lifts, the other leg is pressing down into the floor. I'm going a little bit beyond my tabletop today, keeping the tail nice and heavy. So a little less pressure in the back. Keep on alternating, keeping the weight of the pelvis very, very stable. And you have 4 more. For 4, keep on breathing with it. For 3, for 2, and 1. Draw your right knee into your chest and extend and bend, pressing down through the tail. So maybe you don't go right up to the ceiling. Maybe it's a high diagonal, or maybe equal knee to knee if that feels a little bit better. So kind of choose which angle feels best. Keeping the foot flexed, reaching through the heel, pulling back, gently pressing the weights down so you're firing up your triceps, keeping the collarbones wide. Keep the right leg long and point and flex and point and flex for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle the foot in one direction, and then the opposite direction, and then bend the knee in, place the right foot down, bring the left knee in, and extend and bend with a flex foot, reaching the heel either to the ceiling, to a high diagonal, or equal to your opposite leg, knee to knee. So wherever it feels best, we can feel that stretch through the back of the leg. And you have 2 more. Last one, keeping the leg long and point and flex and point and flex for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle the foot and then change direction. And then bend the knee, placing the foot down, flipping the palms up to the ceiling. Take your bicep curl. So I'm rounding forward today. I'm a little tight in the shoulders. So if you're feeling that way, Bob, float the arms up. So then the shoulders will stay open as opposed to keeping the arms down with the shoulders coming forward. So I'm going to float the arms up and take the bicep curl and lengthen, all while trying to keep the back of my ribs heavy. My navel pulling into the spine, my tail heavy, creating that resistance, firing up the front of the arms or biceps. And you have 4 more. For 3, keep pressing the pelvis down, keeping it equally weighted for 2. And last one, alternating bicep curls and right and left, challenging stability so the torso, trunk of the body doesn't rock side to side. Building a little stamina here too, keeping the arms lifted, going right into the alternating. And you have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend both arms long, turn the palms in, and lower the arms to the mat. Bring the right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop, flexing both feet, keeping your spine long, back of the neck long, lower your right thigh, come right back up, lower the left thigh, come right back up, lower the right, and up. Keep reaching the knuckles long, deepening into your abdominals. I'm just checking to see if I was in tabletop. I'm feeling a little bit in my lower back, so I might be coming in a little bit more. That's it. So if you do feel anything in the back, you can always bring the knees in a little closer to the chest. Or more challenge for the lower abdominals, keep it in the tabletop. Excellent. And then lower the right and lower the left. Weights are on the floor, going into your 100. So first half, we'll do it with the feet on the floor, starting to pump your arms, always keeping your head and shoulders down, as you know, and start to inhale. As you inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Range of motion from a little bit above the heart to your hips. And then exhaling that air, take a moment, pause, bring the right leg to tabletop, bring the left leg to tabletop, flexing both feet, hugging the center line, and continue to pump. As you inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhaling and exhaling. 3 more rounds. 2 more. Last one. And then bring the knees into your chest. Feel that gentle release, placing your feet back onto the mat, holding onto your weights again. And the right arm lifts up to that long diagonal. So depending on this camera angle, it might look like I'm straight up to the ceiling, but a little bit forward and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower. Sorry, Bob, I should have worn a brighter colored top. I think I might be blending in to the background. Hopefully you can see it, or you know my cueing already. So alternating right and left, one at a time, as opposed to scissoring. And I am going all the way down to the floor at this point, but let's go to a hover. And switch, and switch, and switch, keeping it continuous, just lowering to a hover, staying very square through your Pilates box, shoulder to shoulder, shoulders to hip, and hip to hip. Navel keeps pulling in and up, tail is heavy. Awesome, you got 4 more for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower both arms. Float both arms up and then bend and extend. So instead of going outside of your ears and having the arms up a little too high, you're going to come right into your shoulders and extend out to that diagonal. And check in on your wrists. I need to check in on my wrists too. Make sure the wrists are nice and strong. Excellent. And as you extend the arms, you're tightening up through your triceps. You're pulling back through the navel, feeling very weighted and supported on the floor. Also stretching your toes out nice and wide. Let's go for 4 more. Exhaling, feel that opposition. And for 3, for 2, and last one. Excellent. Lower the arms down. And you can put the weights off to the side for a moment, arms by your side. You can do palms up too to open up the shoulders. I'm kind of feeling that at the moment. Gluing the legs together and open and close the right thigh. Even hands on the pelvis. So we want to keep the pelvis very, very stable. What tends to happen when the leg goes out to the side away from the center line of the body, opposite side of the body wants to go with it, wants to go along for the ride, but you're going to keep pulling back through the left side of the body as the front of the ribs are sliding down to your hip bones, isolating, just being able to move the leg without moving the pelvis, and then keep the right stable, opening, close the left. And so here, yes, right, the right side wants to come up, but you're going to keep an anchor down to the mat. So maybe you don't open as wide, and that's okay. Find your range of motion, as you know, anchoring the pubic bone, hip bones down. Exhaling to come in, inhale to open. Stretch those toes out for 2 more. And last one. Excellent. Roll onto your side. Carefully come on up to a seated position, keeping your knees bent. Back is nice and straight, arms out in front of you. So it doesn't create too much pressure with a longer leverage. You can bend your elbows in, knuckles up to the ceiling, and hinge back, keeping a flat spine, and come back up to sit tall. And flat back, come up to sit tall, keeping the front of the ribs sliding down to your hip bones. Eyes looking straight ahead. Spine is very long, doesn't have to go far. If you feel like you want to lift all 10 toes, dig your heels in, you're more than welcome to. Inner thighs are very, very active. 2 more. And then your last one. Sitting tall, elbows are bent, impulse, 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 impulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you go back, extend the arms and then come on up with the bicep curl. Flat back, extend, counterbalance to come back up. Breathing with it, hinging right at the hips. Notice my lower body's not moving at all. Feeling that hinge for 4, breathing with it. And for 3, are we having fun yet? Awesome. For 2, and last one. Excellent. So bring the elbows back in. So we know with your spine from here, you can lower all the way down. You can always bring one knee in as well. And let's go into your series of 5. So finding yourself centered on the mat, I'll inchworm down here. So I'm going to keep the weight to the floor, anchoring down, tail heavy, still always keeping the head and shoulders down. Both knees come into the chest, right knee stays in, extend the left leg. So it can be up towards the ceiling, high diagonal, 45 degrees, and switch, and switch. Depending on how you're feeling, every day is going to be a little different. I don't want you to go any lower than 45 degrees. And you can always flex the feet as well. You can point the toes. You can just relax the feet. I'm just going to relax them for today. Deepening into the lower abdominals, gentle press through the weights, opening up the collarbones. And you have 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both knees in. Double leg stretch, your variation, keeping the arms pressing down. Both legs extend out to come right back in. Extend out to come on in. So again, you can go up to the ceiling, folding in, high diagonal, fold it in, 45 degrees. And I'm doing a point and a flex. This is what feels good for today. If that doesn't, you can keep the feet flexed, you can keep them pointed. You can stick with the point and the flex. And you have 2 more. And last one. Send both legs up to the ceiling, flex foot, going into scissor, pulse, pulse, and pulse, pulse. Oh, Bob, I did some strength training yesterday. Ooh, I feel it. Awesome. Reaching through the heels, pressing down through the weights, deepening into the abdominals. And you have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw both knees in. Weights go to the floor. Hands diamond shape underneath your tail. Protecting the lower back as long as the hands feel okay. If it doesn't feel okay, hands go by your side body. Legs, more of a diamond shape. So not a full tabletop or not a full extension or tabletop. So somewhere in between there, heels together, toes apart, and lower just a little bit to come right back up, exhaling. Inhale to lower, exhaling to come up. Tail is very, very heavy. Gives you an open position without the leverage being too long. Navel keeps pulling back for 2 more. And last one. Knees come in, feet can go down onto the mat, lifting your tail up, releasing your hands. Our variation of our crisscross. Let's add the weight. So let's do it with elbows into the mat. Right knee comes up, left arm crosses over, and then pull it back. Left knee, right arm crosses over, pull it back, and keep on alternating. So the arm is crossing over the torso as the knee is coming right up in line with your shoulder. Just a gentle crossing over the body, keeping the spine very, very long. And you have 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower. One weight goes off to the side. You're going to come onto your side body for Bob's favorite. Let's see how we're doing. We're doing great on time. So onto your side body, lining up to the edge of your mat, starting with clam. So putting the weight on the thigh, hip stacked, shoulders stacked, feet together, and lift and lower. Abs are pulling in and up, top thigh keeps reaching forward. Sorry, Bob, that light's glaring on my glasses, but hopefully all is good. You can see what's happening here, what's happening. And you have 4 more. For 3, for 2, and last one. Excellent. Legs come to tabletop. So 90 in the hips, the knees, even the ankles. And the top leg lifts and lowers. So moving as one unit within the hip socket without the hips moving. Abs are pulling in, front of the ribs sliding down to your hip bones. Bottom leg keeps pressing down. Feeling the burn. I am feeling the burn, Bob. I got 3-pound weights going on. Not that you need to be using 3, but you will feel it, whatever you have. I can't remember offhand what you have. 4 more for 4. But you can always challenge yourself more by adding more weight, especially for the lower body, Bob, but I wouldn't add more weight for the upper body, if that makes any sense. Yeah, hopefully it does. Excellent. And then send both legs out nice and long. I'm going to have my feet go to the front corner of the mat. Top leg lifts up. I'm going to stretch it out over the bottom and give it a kick, kick to the front. And then lengthen to the back, reaching long. Oh, tap the sofa and kick, kick forward. And so if you don't have all the space, so I've gone back as far as I can. So I'm going to reach out even longer, creating more space in my hip since I can't get the range of motion due to my space. And reach it long. And you have 2 more. Staying nice and stable. Last one. And then stacking your legs for up and down. Staying in that true parallel, hips and shoulders stacked, and lift and lower. Just lifting up a little higher than the hip. Reaching over the bottom leg. Feel that burn, breathing with it. Staying in a true parallel position, strengthening the hip for sure. For 2 more, eyes looking straight ahead, feel that connection from the back of the head, back of the ribs, and the tail, top legs lifts up equal to your hip socket, tiny little circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, making them even circles, reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to put the weight off to the side, kickstanding the top leg. So anchoring here, but we do the knee down, right, Bob? Yeah, so knees down, hips are still stacked, and lift and lower the bottom leg. Top hand can go behind your head if you want, or just resting on your hip. I think you do this, yes. So keeping that length, I'm gonna rest my shoulder. Oops, I'm touching the floor, but I want you to go to a hover. So lift and lower to a hover so it stays active. Work into the abdominals, and then little pulses up and up and up and up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the leg lifted and tiny little circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm rethinking it, Bob. If you do kickstand it, then do that for sure. So know that this is an option. So I was just thinking that maybe you do that for your hips because you're able to. So stacking, going into bicycle. If you want to pick your weight up again, you're more than welcome to. Top leg lifts up equal to your hips. Sweep the leg forward, bend the knee to knee, extend it back. Forward, bend the knee to knee, and extend. 2 more times. Sweep, bend, knee to knee, extend. 1 more time. Sweep it forward, bend the knee to knee, extend. Stack the legs, reverse it. Sweep it back, bend the knee, bring the thigh to the chest and extend. Sweep it back, bend the knee, thigh to the chest and extend. 2 more times. Keeping the leg on the same level. Bottom leg pressing down, getting that full range of motion. Lining up your legs with your torso. Top leg lifts up, bottom leg joins it, and lower both legs together. Top leg, bottom leg, and lower. 2 more times. Top leg, bottom leg, lengthen to lower. 1 more time. Top leg, bottom leg. Ooh, big scissor. Top leg goes back, bottom leg goes forward. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Go for 4 more. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Glue the legs together. Keep them lifted. Oh, I'm going to try to go for that. Ta-da! And lower down. Let's go right to the other side. Setting up for the second side. Going into clam. So making sure things are out of your way. Still doing good on time. Onto your side body. Heels in line with your sit bones. Weight on top of the thigh. Oops. Sorry, Bob, just lost an earring. So top knee is going to lift and lower. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Navels pulling in and up. Pilates is definitely a workout, isn't it? Awesome. I'm starting to get a little breathy. I'm warming up. This is good, good, good. Reaching the thigh forward. 4 more. For 3. For 2. And last one. Legs come to tabletop. 90 the knees, the hips, right? The ankles. So we should say hips, knees, ankles, right from the top. And lift and lower the top leg. Yeah, I need to even out. Make sure my foot is lifting up equal to the knee. I'm initiating from my thigh bone as opposed to from my foot. So coming from the center of the body. Yeah, beautiful. Feeling that burn. Definitely, Bob, you can probably get the 3-pounders for the lower body, but again, lighter for the upper for sure. And let's go for 4 more. For 4, for 3, for 2, keep on breathing. And last one. Oh, I cheated on that last one. Foot came up. Extend the legs nice and long, front corner of the mat, or you can go for your challenge right in line with your torso and give the leg a kick forward and then lengthen on back. One side's gonna feel a little different than the other. Keeping the leg on the same level. Navel keeps pulling in and up. Front of the ribs are sliding down to your hip bones. And you got one more. Keep on breathing with it. And then stacking your legs up and down. And lift just a little higher than the hip and lengthen. Stay right on that hip bone, that greater trochanter. Hips, shoulders stacked, back of the head, back of the ribs and tail, all in alignment. Keep reaching over the bottom leg for 2 more. And last one. Top leg lifts up equal to the hip socket, tiny circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Weight goes off to the side. Kickstand your top leg, either the foot down or the knee down. Since on the first side I did the knee down, I'm going to do it on the second side. And lift and lower the bottom leg. So whichever feels best for the day. Know that there's always options. Lowering the leg just to a hover. And then little pulses up and up and up and up for 4, 3, 2, 1. If I didn't do it on the first side, add that in the next time you watch this. Tiny little circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the bottom leg. Take your top leg, stack it over the bottom leg for bicycle. If you want to pick up the weight again, you're more than welcome to. Sweep the leg forward, bend the knee to knee, extend it back. Sweep it forward, bend the knee to knee, extend it back. 2 more times. Bottom leg keeps pressing down into the floor, serving as your kickstand. Excellent. Stack your legs and reverse it. Sweep it back, bend the knee, thigh to the chest and extend. Sweep it back, bend the knee, thigh to the chest and extend. 2 more times, sweeping back, breathing with it. Oh, 1 more time. Excellent. And stacking your legs, lining them up with your torso. Top leg lifts, bottom leg joins it, and lower. And top leg, bottom leg, staying right on that hip bone. And top leg, bottom leg, and lower. 1 more time. Top leg, bottom leg, big scissor. Top leg goes back, bottom leg goes forward, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch for 4, 3, 2, 1. Gluing your legs. Take your ta-da. Awesome. Come on up to standing bob. I'm going to adjust the camera. Ooh, good timing, good timing. We're doing good. And let's go into your squats. So grabbing your weights. Let's see, let's lower this a little more. And I'll back up. So legs are parallel, as wide as your hip sockets. I need a professional cameraman, maybe one day. Excellent. So squats with your bicep curl. Legs are parallel and go into your squat, sit back, and then curl. Right at the same time. That's it, pressing right through the heels. That's it. And you have 4 more for 4. For 3, as you keep breathing with it. For 2. And last one. Take your releve. Little arm lifts as you lift the heels and lower. Breathing into the back. And lift. Growing taller. So we're not going very high with the arms, Bob. You've also gone with lighter weights if you do have heavier ones. And you have 1 more. Beautiful. Rolling the shoulders down. Take a gentle plie. Lengthen. Lifting your right knee up. Holding that. I got to work on that, Bob. Pressing down through the left. Sorry if I messed you up. Holding there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One must keep a sense of humor. And then plie, and then lengthen up. Every day is a little different. There I go again, Bob. Let's find where that is. Find that connection for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to move my mat. It's too cushiony. So I'm going to step forward. Excellent. We're going to do it again. Right knee comes up and holds for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. And then the left comes up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Nice work. Awesome. Ending with 3 big breaths. Every day is a little different. Big breath in, inhaling, exhaling, let it go. And again, big breath in, exhale. One more time, big breath in and exhale. Enjoy, Bob. Please let me know if you have any questions. Okay, thanks. Bye.